Yeah. Hey guys, so funny thing. So if you're new, Fertility Journals here. So I journaled my IVF journey, and I'm not an experienced YouTuber, so you will notice that I don't vlog in real time. I do this the way they do like the soaps. You know how they do Young and Restless and all the other soaps, meaning the actors know like what's happening in the next 2 weeks. They've already filmed in advance. So that's what I do whenever I have time, because I got a little one here. So if you're interested in just knowing more about my journey, I do have my playlist. I underwent 12 IVF cycles to get this little one right here. Ooh. Ah. And he's worth it. But today, I want to document a very exciting day, because for the first time in probably, I would say 3 years, guys, I am going to get my nails done. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. So I did do my nails at home, I will say, but there's nothing that beats a manicure and a pedicure. But many of you asked me how we afforded IVF. Well, if you follow Dave Ramsey and you start to cut back and develop financial responsibility, you'll be amazed at how much manicures and pedicures cost you in a given year or half a year. Just by cutting manis and pedis and Starbucks, I think I averaged $500 to $600 a month every 30 days, because you spend that aimlessly. And so, yeah, my hand's getting tired and I got Baba on this. Yeah, so, but first mani in 3 years, and this little Baba, ooh, I could care less. I'll stay without manis for 10 years if I could have you. Oh. So, yeah, that's part of the cost. But we're in a good place. And I think I'm going to get my nails done. I'm going to start to spoil myself. And that's what we're going to do. And I'm going to document it. I don't even have no idea what they do these days. So I had to do some research. Then I'm going to get the Gel X nails done. And we're going to Africa. So, yeah, we're going on safari. Plus, we're going to Africa. And you know what's funny is I remember one time I didn't get my nails done when I went back home. And my nanny was like, I thought you were in America, because I'm an immigrant. I thought that you guys get your nails done. And I was just so embarrassed. So I vowed, if I'm going to go, hey, Peppa, you want my earring? Be careful, because they grab everything at this age. Ooh, you want my earring? You want Mama's earring? I said I was going to get one. So, yeah. So I'm going to get his breakfast ready. And we're going to head over. Ooh. Daddy's going to take him to the park. I'm going to feed him. And then I'm going to head over and get my nails and my... So, I don't know what you bring to the nail salon, but I got my slippers. And then I got my side bag. So, we shall see. But, I don't know. I picked a nail salon that is situated in like a busy part of where I live. So, worst thing is if they do my nails really well, then I'm probably going to have to come all the way here. But that's kind of a bummer. I see some parking actually that I may have missed. Oh well, let's just go get this done. Hopefully where I park is not too crazy. But we shall see. So yeah, it feels like work. You know when you haven't done your nails in a really long time. I should have moved my car a little bit closer. But we shall see how it goes. And actually, there's parking now that's a little bit closer that I should have selected. Let's see if I can. I'm actually going to see if I can move my car. Because I'm parked a little bit further off. And I can see parking in closer places. So, yeah, we'll do that.
Bye, thank you. Yes, Friday.
Okay. Bye. All right. Thank you.
I am.
Okay.
Hey guys. So, I have a little bit of me time this morning. Hubby's asleep. I fed Baba. I'm watching him on the monitor and he is asleep. And I'm doing my final packing. I just did some name tags, and I'm going to. Hubby gave me a really good tip about the luggage and cost, so I'm gonna work on that this morning, and then we're just gonna relax before our 10 p.m. flight to London. And then from London we're gonna head to Nairobi with about a 3-hour layover in Nairobi, and then we're gonna go to Mombasa before we head over to Malindi, which is where Dad is. So guys, I'm really excited. This is going to be a trip that is much needed. As you guys know, infertility is a beast, and as I am actually doing this video, I did want to announce that we are thinking about baby number 2, and I just finished my 13th IVF cycle. So I finished my 13th IVF cycle. I did an IVF cycle earlier this year, and you will get to see the results of it. It was obviously the continuation of embryo banking. And as you guys know, I try to vlog as much as possible, and give you the journal, because I'm not able to kind of do it live, but I was able to capture all the moments, everything that happened. And so stay tuned for IVF cycle 13. I'll add it to the playlist of my IVF cycle so that you guys can see it. But I think I'm gonna start working on getting it together for you guys so you can see it at some point. I do know that capturing these cycles is helpful, because there's always a lesson to be learned at every cycle that you do. And so after that cycle, I discussed it with my family. My dad was really inspirational. He's kind of like the wise one in the family. And, he was like, you know what, take a look at this trip as a way for us to, discuss and process, just kind of discuss the way forward. And part of it is the rejuvenation of this trip, the soul searching, the rejuvenation of the mind and the body. You're bringing life into the world, you got to think of those things. And so whatever the journey might take us on our pathway to baby, for second baby, we're very excited, and I know that this trip will be absolutely monumental and beneficial within that regard. And so I'm really excited, guys. Baba gets to see his great-grandmother, his grandparents and family. He has seen the American side. And so it's interesting, Baba is biracial, but he's also multicultural. So he comes from 2 very, very different cultures. So I'm excited to share with him my culture so that he can always have that. And I'm very, very excited for that. So, I'll make sure that I try and document it so you guys can see it. So basically, I'm looking forward to a month, 3 weeks to a month of organic food and organic diet before I move into whatever the next step is. I am looking forward to peace and tranquility. Part of our trip is going to be visiting the Masai Mara. So I think I'm going to go visit the Mara tribe. They're a different tribe than my own. We have 32 tribes in my country. The Maasai make 2% of the population, but I've always loved the Maasai because they are tenacious, they are ferocious, they are warriors, and I feel I need a little bit of that energy. So I'm going to go see them. I'm going to go support them. And the Maasai is where the Maasai live is home to the biggest game reserve in the world, biggest tourist attraction called the Masai Mara. And so, it's kind of like this saying, the Mara reminds me of that saying that says that, is the deer crossing the road? or is the road crossing the forest? Masai Mara is the road crossing the forest. And I want to show Baba, and I want him to build a legacy off of traveling to the Mara and celebrating who he is, a part of who he is. And then I think I'm going to pay a visit to the life of the enslaved East Africans. Now that Baba is American born, I want him to visit the land of the enslaved. So the enslaved from East Africa, his bloodline that was brought to the New World. So we're probably going to go to Shimolatewa, which is where the East Africans were taken by the Arabs to be sent to the New World. They were taken from Shimolatewa, which is 30 minutes from my grandmother's house, to Zanzibar. Zanzibar is a country, but a lot of people don't know that Zanzibar, Zanze means market, and bar is black. So Zanzibar is actually the black market. That's how big the enslaved trade was. So they would the enslaved East Africans would be taken to Zanzibar before being shipped into the New World. And so I'm going to go to the last port where they would be home, called Shimolatewa, before they would be taken to Zanzibar. I'm also looking forward to going to see Mekatilili Wamedza. She is my tribe's advocate. She was an activist against the colonization by the British of my tribe. So they have created this monument for her, and I'm so excited to see it. I'm proud to know that a woman of my tribe was anti the enslavement and the escapulation of people. And she's well known for really fighting the British before, obviously, colonization happened. In the West, you folks know a lot about the enslaved, whereas here in African countries, obviously, we were colonized. Biggest difference is that they came to us, took over our lands, and then they drew boundaries and separated us. Interesting fact, there are Maasai in Tanzania and Maasai in Kenya. Tanzania is the country next to Kenya. And there are actually Somalis in Kenya and Somalis in Somalia. Again, testament of when they were drawing the boundaries. They were just looking at their self-interests. And so it will be interesting to just kind of introduce Baba into the energy of it all, because he's very young, but we gotta start somewhere, right? And as older parents, I think it would be good to share these memories. So that's a little bit of what we're going to do. We're probably going to do a dhow boat. We are going to be at a penthouse by the beach because my husband loves the water. So that's going to be exciting. And then obviously we're going to go to the village so that my grandmother can see Baba. So excited about that. So fun stuff. Yeah. And of course, visit all my friends and get my hair braided. I'm gonna wash my hair today and put it in cornrows. I'm gonna wig it as I travel, and then when I get there, I'm actually gonna get braids at the Kenyatta Market, which is a local place that does braids. I remember growing up, Kenyatta Market, every girl wanted the brandy braids, and so they had tremendous business just braiding everybody's hair. Everybody was getting the hair braided. Even the Asian and the Caucasian Kenyans were getting their hair braided during the brandy years. I remember that. But it's a whole market, and all they do is braiding, and it's absolutely one of the best braiders of the world. So yeah, I'm excited, guys. I'm excited to just take a break, go home, breathe in the energy, get into my chi, get all that organic energy, and then come back and face the world right here. So Baba's still asleep. I'm gonna have my tea. I'm having some chamomile tea, and I'm gonna treat myself to a little bit of I'm gonna have a slice of cake, and then I'm gonna get going. Yeah, I'm excited, guys. Okay, bye. Next time you're gonna see me, we're gonna be documenting the travel, and then stay tuned because I know you're all excited to see my IVF 13 embryo banking as we continue to embryo bank for baby 2. So I will make sure that I try and get that together. And you guys know I journal. I can't do the live stuff. So I will make sure that I put that on there when it's ready so you guys can see it. But just wanted to share that in case you see all this before you kind of get to see how the experience was for IVF 13. All right, thank you so much for watching, guys. And if you are interested in my journey and you're new, please don't forget to subscribe so that you can be abreast of any new videos. Thank you so much for watching. Let's go home and to the Masai Mara.